Welcome back everyone. Today we're gonna do a quick stream, at least for Genshin. We're gonna do the Verdict of Blades event. It expires, or I guess it goes away in 3 days, so best to do it before then. Don't want to give up all the free primos. So I've done it on my alt. It definitely wasn't very challenging to get the 3-star rewards. However, when it comes to like the highest difficulty, that's a whole nother story. So we'll see how I do with that. I know for sure at minimum I could get the 3-star rewards. Alright. Let's get started. There are 6 different types of battles with different buffs. So, we'll see. Let's go over there and do the challenge. One thing that I didn't notice was that it's not a separate domain.
Yes.
So, you can use food buffs. Probably. I would think you're able to use food buffs because it's just a battle where it's kind of like a ley line. You activate it and then monsters spawn. And I mean, to get the best results, then yeah, using food buffs would help. Also, having your energy at 100% will also help greatly. Let me see. For this one, so you gotta pay attention to the buffs that they provide. It'll probably be very helpful for clearing. In this case, for the first one, I'll probably have this team just to try it out. We're gonna go for the 3 stars. It's probably important to use these blocks, I'm guessing. It doesn't look great to do the hard one. When characters lose HP, they gain increased damage. Oh well, I'll try to do all 3 with this current setup, and then I'll go back around and try to do the steadfast difficulty. And I do not have max energy, so we'll see how well this goes.
これこそが知恵の伝道。
借りなく時
オラと行こう。
裁きの雷ここより弱滅の時
覚えたわよ。
参る
Doesn't look great. Takes me 1 minute. Honestly, I should probably change up my team, but it's cool. I'll just use the same one.
知識はあなたにも。
無我の境地風の行く先を風の雲の行くごと
はびこりなさい。これこそが知恵の伝道。
Oh, they have some immunity. Oh, it's to the water.
稲光
Maybe having Kokomi was not ideal.
風の赴くままに雲が借り
痛くしちゃうかも。
見切りました
そこご安心を。
ここより弱滅の時
ご助力を。
I should have waited for my skill cooldowns.
私のお家にいらす。
風を知れ風の雲の行くごと風の無我の境地裁きの雷
はびこりなさい。これこそが知恵の伝。
心配無用
Oh my goodness, that interruption is just
ソーランの
completely
憩い。
ridiculous.
もみちは散らまく
覚えたわよ。
Okay. Let's wait for my cooldowns. Everyone off cooldown. Alright, everyone's off cooldown. Same squad.
ご安心を。手をつなぎましょう。私のお家にいらす。
風の行く先を雲が借りなくここより弱滅の時逃げ道はありませんはっせいやっ
これこそが知恵の伝道。ご助力を。
風の赴くままに
I'll wait for everyone's skill cooldown. And then we'll start the next round again. I wonder, do I have that little bird?
やっ
Oh, it's new. Cool. Alright. Back to the battles. Same team all day long.
見切りました風の行く先を風の歌雲の
痛くしちゃうかも。私のお家。
風を知れ無我の境地
そこ覚えたわよ。これこそが知恵の伝。
雲が借りなく裁きの雷
よっ
よっとここより弱滅の時
Alright, just like that, we are done with the easy difficulties. So if you're just trying to get the primos, you don't even have to do the 3 stars. But of course the 3 stars give you like kind of the better rewards. And I mean, for me, it wasn't too difficult. Steadfast, I'll try, but honestly, I'm not, I'm not in short of those refinement materials. If you look, I actually have 9,991, which means I'm near cap, so I will have to, I'm gonna have to spend some refinement ores if I complete these. Yeah, so just like that, that took me like less than 10 minutes. A minute each battle. But the stream isn't over until there's some struggles, so steadfast. So let me just try to think of, like, this is definitely not the best team to do steadfast. Oh, and they have different, they have additional, they don't have the same enemies, so it's a little different. But do pay attention to, it's very important to pay attention to the enemies and their weaknesses and the buff. So, I do want to use a national team, but I also want to have Kazuha there. But it's fine if I don't. So, basically a pretty tried and true team that I always run is this team. But it's bad because then I did not start out with complete energy. That's what I do not like. Not having full energy at the start of this.
裁きの雷よ燃えろ痛がったね全力攻撃だ師匠の技を食らえる終わりね撤収ここより弱滅の時
Oh my goodness. He's still alive. Wasting my time. They're really tanky. I did waste some time. So what I'll do is I want to collect energy. So this is what I don't like. is that the event doesn't start you off with 100% energy, so it's kind of a hassle to keep on going back and collecting energy, especially if you fail. So I'm just gonna find some enemies out in the wild. Oh shoot, I just missed. Alright, so now I go back. I don't know if I want to use food buffs. It's probably safer to use food buffs. I mean, I have plenty of food. It's not a matter of whether I don't. It's not a matter of whether I have food or not. I have plenty of food. It's like I kind of want to see if my characters just naturally have enough damage. So let's try it one more time. Let's see. I mean, I wasn't that far off. I did waste some time doing some things.
みんながそばに話が通じないならどの目が出るか
稲光すなわち永遠なりふっせっふっさっよっとふっはっせっ燃えろ
The chase, having the chase after the enemy is also very time consuming.
ここより弱滅の時さっふっそこふっ裁きの雷はっふっかかれほっ捕まえたみんながそばにいた終わりね撤収師匠の技を食らい逃げ道はありませんふっせっふっさっふっ稲光すなわち永遠なりふっふっはっひゅっ全力攻撃だ見切りました痛がっちゃいないどの目が出るかここより弱滅の時逃げ道はありませんはっふっみんながそばにいてくれるわ見切りました捕まえたやかかれ急がなくてもいいという工作で無我の境地
Yeah, it's not looking good right now.
裁きのい燃えろよっまたかわせない痛がってね
I'm gonna charge up my energy and then potentially change up the team comp. Probably change up the team comp. Let me think. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it whether the mechas get sucked in by Venti.
待たせちゃった
But I could try and see what happens.
風だ
みんなは俺が終わりねここより弱滅の時見切りましたふんふっはっせっせっふんはっふはあ逃げようなんて思わないでよね全力攻撃かかれ痛がっちゃいないさあいいとよ工作せ無我の境地よっふっ一緒に遊ぼうよ風だ こより弱滅の時。はっはっはっふんふっ逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
よし食らえふっぼ全力攻撃
かかれ捕まえたとどの目が出るか
はっ無我の境地。はっそこよっせっ
風だ
みんなは俺が
痛がっちゃいない糸よ工作せよ
逃げ道はありません。稲光すなわち永遠なり。てっはっそっはって
足元に気をつけてさあ逃げようなんて思わないでよね
みんながそばにいてくれるわ
かかれ痛がっちゃいない終わりね
ここより弱滅の時。裁きの雷。さっはっせっはっよっふっ
風だ
みんなは俺が守れ
捕まえたとかかれ糸よ工作せよ
稲光すなわち永遠なり。見切りました。
Barely did it with Venti on my side. No food buffs, so I say that's pretty good. I'll try it again. However, I will have to restore their energy. So Rune Drakes, I think Electro and Hydra will work fine for this. So let me go hit some bad guys and get some more energy. If I could find some. Well, I always know where I could grab some. But let me pick up these bells. Get a little sidetracked. Here's an enemy.
逃げ道は
ここだよ
ふっ
捕まえた
Okay, everyone is good. Let's take a shot at these rune monsters. We'll collect this. Yeah, well, actually, I don't think Venti's that good here. Dendro core damage, so when characters trigger quicken, aggravate, spread, blah blah blah. I think what I need is Nahida. Not Venti this time actually, so that's kinda unfortunate. And maybe not even Raiden. Like, this is a good Dendro core type of team with a lot of high elemental mastery. So, just to change things up a bit, I will bring my Kuki, my Nahida, and Kazuha. Actually, I'll bring Kazuha just for his ability to actually, yeah, Kazuha is not too bad. I'll spread. It'll help spread. Not spread. It'll help pull people together. Where was Kuki? I had Kuki selected at first. I actually don't even know their status of their energy, but we'll give it a shot.
全部丸見えね知識をあなたに
おとなしくしな。
行こう風の行く先よ風の雲の行く
はびこりなさい
しっかり立ってな。
やっはっ これこそが知恵の伝道。
風を知れと雲が借りな役払い
はっはやおっふっおやった痛くしちゃうかも。私のお家に
It's not looking good. This damage is not looking good.
風の赴くままに
はびこりなさい。
待てしっかり立ってな
おっや痛くしちゃうかも。と
風を知れはっもみちがちら邪魔をするなはっ
知識をあなたにもやせご助力を
風の行く先を
やっふっせいめまいとはびこりなさい。せとや
前せいはっ渚のリング
私のお家にいら
Yeah,
っしゃい。
this comp is not a comp to be using. These rune monsters they
風の赴くまま
they
に
don't seem to get moved.
行きましょう。海のちぎりよ
They don't get pulled in.
しっかり立ってなせい
痛くしちゃうかも。
And it doesn't seem like this team is strong. It's not very well built, this team.
覚えたわよ。知識をあなたにも
風の行く先をはっいや次は必ずややはっはびこりなさい。 役払い
This is a failed one. Well, let me revive Kazuha. Another team comp I could try if I just forget the buffs is just a team
いいだろう
that's kinda just focused solely on damage and shields. So maybe
岩山発
I'm just gonna throw stuff down in preparation for the battle.
天道ここにある全力攻撃
師匠の技を食らいなさい。や
難攻不落異形を見届けよせっくらいはっせはっふはっへやっはっはっはっふ天理チョークくらいみんなは俺が
熱々でしょ。話が通じないなら
名誉牽制剣女盤石
Oh gosh, this team is not doing any better.
料理の時間だ。
創世の天道万象難攻不落みんながそばにいてく酒
師匠の技を食らいなさい。はっ
燃えろへっどうよ疑似ようか異形を見届けよ剣女盤石はっふはっは隙あり
熱々でしょ。
I'm just gonna build up some energy and I'm gonna cancel the battle. Gosh, they're so tanky. Like, I don't have a good Bloom team. Trying to think.
新しい情報でも聞きに行きましょう。終わりね。
ここより弱滅の時見切りました。かかれ、捕まえた。
燃えろ。みんなは俺が待つ。
料理の時間だよ。師匠の技を食らいな。どの目が出るか痛がってない。
無我の境地。逃げ道はありません。
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
かかれ。はっ。やっはっ。
終わりで撤
Those that rain of fire is just
収。
terrible.
ないなら科学も。
やっはっ。稲光すなわち永遠なり。
みんなは俺が守る。
裁きの雷。
どの目が出るか痛がってない。捕まえた。師匠の技を食らいなさい。
無我の境地。はっやってたたふっふってたふっ。
よし、出発だ。みんながそばに。
終わりで撤収。痛がっていない。かかれ。
稲光すなわち永遠なり。やっふっふっふっ。
みんなは俺が守る。
どの目が出る師匠の技を食らいなさい。
ここより弱滅の時逃げ道はありません。さそこ。
痛がっていない。捕まえた。
お、全力攻撃だ。
終わりで熱々でしょ。はい
ふっはっやっと無我の境地。
That sucked. Anyway. Let's try another one. Let's see. This one is Electrocharge and Vape. So I could bring everyone except for Yelan. I don't think I need her. There's already too many Hydros.
いざ参ろう。
But once again, let's grab some more energy. I'll grab it from the ley line.
ひゅっ。
風を知れ。それ。
見切りました。やっはっさっふっ。
料理の時間だ。
燃えろ。ほっへっへっ。て。
Let me fix something really quick. Alright, let's try this other one. Oh my goodness, what am I doing?
雲の
That pause is definitely gonna cost
裁
me
きの
some
雷。
some
ここよ
time.
り弱滅の時。ふんやっ逃げ道はありません。
風の行く先を。はっ、もみちは。ち。はっ、へっ、全力攻撃。
熱々でしょ。それ。
裁きの雷
師匠の技を食らいなさい。
無我の境地悪切らぬ
What the heck was up?
見切りました。
風を知れ。みんなは俺が待ってる。借りなく
話が通じないなら
逃げ道はありますよ。無礼者はっやっここより弱滅の時てっひゅっ
風の行
Holy
く先を
moly, these guys are hurting.
前へふっくらえ風の歌雲のへっ全力攻撃だ。
師匠の技を食らいなさい。
はっはっいやそれ
見切りました。やっ
燃えろ。風の赴くままにもみ違うちみんながそばにいてくれるわ。風はっ
稲光すなわち永遠なり裁きの雷
話が通じないなら叩くまで。
はっふっ風の雲の行くごと燃えろ。
Alright. I was able to do that one. This one. Recharge. I know these guys can get sucked up, except for Mirror Maiden. So maybe I'll bring out. So I'll bring out Raiden. I think I'll bring out everyone except for No, except for. Let me see. Mirror Maiden. Actually, I'll go with this team.
ウォーミングアップしよっか。
But then, once again, let me heal. And let me build up some quick energy. I don't need that much. Raiden and Yelan is very close.
かかれ。
So just, yeah, these two guys are
急がな
plenty
くてもいいのよ。
for me.
はっやっ
Okay, let's try this out.
逃げ道はありますよ。
I'll trigger that. And then we start up, suck them up,
なんて思わないでよね。
drop my burst, drop my burst, drop my
無
burst.
我の境地ふん見切りました。はっそこ
一緒に遊ぼうよ。風だ。
みんながそばに
捕まえた。はっ終わりです。
はっふっ
せいここだよ。ふっはっお
Come on, Venti, get your burst up.
痛がっちゃうね。
裁きの雷
みんなは俺が守る。
Get your burst. Everyone's burst timing is a little
稲
off.
光すなわち永遠なりはっ見切りました。ふんはっはっはっ
Yeah, I knew the Mirror Maiden was gonna be a little tricky.
かかれ。はっと終わりです。
But she's not quite like the rest.
そこはっふん裁きのい
みんなは俺が守る。
やっ痛がっちゃうね。ふうはっ風だ。
全力攻撃。
どの目が出る。
稲光すなわち永遠なりはっし見切りました。ではっストップ
ここだよ。
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
よし燃えろへっみんなは俺が
捕まえた。終わりね。ここより弱滅の時。はっよっ。
Alright. Let me take a look at the next enemies. Oh man, the Hilichurl rogues. There's a variety of different elements. When characters charge a plunge, they definitely kind of make it sound like a good team would be. Well, plunge is mostly focused on Shao. Charge, I'm not very familiar with who's good with charge. Increase attack speed, maybe like a Diluc. Attack speed, I'm trying to think. Raiden wouldn't be very good against the Thunder Helm. Lao Churl. Let me think in my head what's a good team. Good team composition. I will try this out. How do I feel about my energy right now? I feel like grabbing a bit more. Just so Xiangling has her ult when we start, because I'm gonna throw her ult at the beginning as well. So Raiden, yeah, I mean it'll be nice to have her ult as well. Any enemies around here? I just need a little bit. One or two bad guys should be enough. If not, I can do this ley line really quick. Alright. Now that all that just to get full energy. Alright, now everyone's full energy. Pop this. Steadfast, let's go. Throw a vacuum, throw an ult, throw another ult, throw another ult. Throw that out, get some distance, pop an ult, pop another ult, pop some more ults, pop this ult. I just don't like how these guys didn't want to join in on the party. So they don't get picked up, but I think they do get slowly sucked in.
我の境地さっふっやっふっさっではっ足元に気をつけて逃げようなんて思わないでよね
みんなは俺が守る
師匠の技を食らいなさい
よし出発だ
ここだよはっ風だ
おみんながそばによし出発だ
稲光すなわち永遠なりせいさっやっそっふってさっせいはっひゅっ逃げようなんて思わないでよね
全力攻撃だくらい
それはや話が通じないなら
無我の境
Come on, 3, 2, 1, 0. Just in the nick of time. All right. Ooh, sweating. Last one. When characters are healed, increased damage. I'll still have. Let me think. Maybe I don't know if these mechs can get vacuumed, but this time I will switch out Xiangling and throw out a Yelan,
新しい情報でも聞きに行きましょう
and I'll also have Venti. The purpose for Venti is I want to see if they get picked up. Oh wait, why am I going this way? There's no my enemies over here. There are probably enemies over here. So let's see. Yeah, there's some enemies. I don't know if the crabs give out much energy though, but we'll see.
逃げ道はありません
燃えろ
They don't seem to provide much.
おふうはあ
Yeah, I get some energy. It's cool.
裁きの雷て
Just a little short for my Raiden. Maybe this little mecha dog.
逃げ道はありはっはっさっふっ
Yo, Raiden, you serious? Alright, this will get her the energy she needs. Alright. Last stage. Let's hope we can do it. Although second stage still needs work, but I'll get back to that once I get this one done.
裁きの雷
風だ
Do they get sucked in?
みんなは俺が
どの目が出るか稲光すなわち永遠なり逃げ道はありませんそっやっはっせっふん
Let me position Venti. So for
見
those
切りました
who are not familiar with Venti, positioning is very key for dropping his ult.
工作せよ
ここより弱滅の時さ逃げ道はありませんせっはっせっやっせっはっふんせっはっ
ここだよ風だ痛がっちゃいない
Come on.
みんなは俺が
どの目が出る
稲光すなわち永遠なり裁きの雷やっ
ふう逃げようなんて思わないでよね
よし出発だ
So I'm picking up these blocks.
よしへ
I'm just hoping that they help with the fighting.
燃えろみんながそばにいて
糸よ工作せよ
見切りましたふっはっさせっせっふんここより弱滅の時はっそこさっ
guy's tanky. He's taking up a lot of my time.
足元にきはあ
よし燃えろ
逃げようなんて思わないでよね
みんなは俺が
終わりで撤収かかれ
無我の境地逃げ道はありませんとてやっ足元に気をつけて風だ
全力攻撃
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
ここより弱滅の時見切りました
No, just a little short. Just a little short. So maybe Venti not the case for this. Just because I always have to like run out to reposition myself for his ult, so
拙者を連れて行くのか
I'm thinking Kazuha will do the trick better. Like, yeah, the mechs, turns out they do not get... Ooh, oh, I'm maxed out. Let me collect this. The mechs, they do not get pulled in quite like the lighter monsters, so definitely Venti's purpose is
この同点
not quite as fully utilized. Alright.
同点につい
Don't want too much overflow. Let's collect some energy from these guys. There's always a few people in this teleport waypoint, so they can provide some quick energy. I mean, if all else fails, I can definitely use food buffs. I'm just hoping not to rely on it.
冒険だ冒険
I'm saying that now, and next thing you know, even with food buffs, I like completely fail.
裁きの雷
That would be kind of embarrassing.
風を知れ
If even with food buffs I fail, and I talk so much about not using food buffs, then it'll be very embarrassing. Oh my goodness.
よしし行こう風の歌雲の行くごと風の行く全力攻撃だ
痛がった家にどの目が出るかしらかかれ急がなくてもいい
Why are these robots not anywhere near each other?
弱滅の時ヒュッ裁きの雷
風を知れそこだやっ
痛がっちゃいないせ
みんなは俺がもみちが
Maybe I do need the vacuum cleaner. That is Venti.
稲光すなわち永遠なり
Because these darn enemies do not want to stick close together.
風の行く先を俺
Yeah, this ain't happening with this type. So I'm gonna switch back to Venti. And then what I will do is switch it to Venti, because I was very close. I think the last enemy had like
待たせちゃった
what? Like very minimal. what I'll do is I will use a food buff, you know. I will do it. Let's use the best one there is. Yeah. If I can't do it with the delicious Adeptus Temptation, then I don't know what then I don't know. I'm just a complete failure if I can't do it with this.
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
みんながそばに。
どの目が出るかはっ無我の境地やっふんそこ
ここだよ。
燃えろ。
風だ。
捕まえた。
みんなは俺が守る。
終わりで撤収。
かかれはっ稲光すなわち永遠なり裁きの雷せっはっはっせっやっ
ふう。逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
みんながそばに。
どの目が出るか捕まえた痛がったよ無我の境地はっせっそこやっと
ここだよ。風だ。走るより飛ぶ方が速い。
全力攻撃だ。くらい。
糸よ工作せえ捕まえたほっ稲光すなわち永遠なり逃げ道はありませんふっそこふん
一緒に遊ぼうよ。逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
Oh, thank goodness that his ult did not go toward that treasure hoarder. Because I was like, oh shoot, that treasure hoarder is like so close to me.
はっここより弱滅の時裁きの雷ふっはっふっそこやっ
ふう。風だ。
みんながそばに。
糸よ工作せえかかれ痛がったよ逃げ道はありません稲光すなわち永遠なりさやっ
30 seconds to spare. That is the power of the food buff. Do I want to try it again with this? I don't know what a good... I am just not sure which team would be best for this. I don't have a good... Maybe I could try it with Nahida. And then... Let's see, does everyone have the buff? How long does my buff last? Doesn't quite say. And then I'm kind of short on energy, so let me... You know, I'm gonna gather this energy really quick. Easy mode.
見切りました
痛くしちゃう。熱々でしょ。はっやっやっふっ。
くらい。
You know what? I should have just done this the whole time. Just get on easy mode really quick. Farm up. Alright, let's do this.
冒険。みんなは俺が。
これこそが知恵の伝。
ここより弱滅の時せっかっそっふんはっはっはっはっ
燃えろ。
覚えたわよ。
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
私のお家にいらっしゃい。はびこりなさい。師匠の技を食らいなさい。
無我の境地裁きの雷はっはっふんやっはっはっやっはっ
みんなは俺が。
見切りましたふんはっせ稲光すなわち永遠なりはっ きの雷。
知識はあなたにもはびこりなさい。
The thing that sucks is I gotta go around to pick up these little hydro, the hydro stuff.
無我の境地。逃げ道はありません。
私のお家にいらっしゃい。師匠の技を食らいなさい。
燃えろ全力攻撃
稲光、すなわち永遠なり。ヒュッハッハッシュッハッ。
覚えたわよ。これこそが知恵の伝道。
裁きの雷。
くらえみんなは俺が
話が通じないならはびこりなさい。
よっ逃げ道はありません。無我の境地。よっ見切りました。
痛くしちゃうかも。私のお家にいらっしゃい。
燃えろみんながそばにいてくれる
裁きの雷。ここより弱滅の時。
I'm still very far off. I think someone will have to sit, and that someone might have to be Shang Ling or Bennett. I don't. Is this possible that this type of the buff just isn't quite for them? So so there's no healer in this. This is what I'm actually, I think I want a healer. But let's try without a healer. Let's try without a healer. My energy, my buff wore out, but let me collect my energy first before I try again.
捕まえた。全部丸見えね。
ミキ登録。はっやっせーそこ。
Collect my energy.
雨描きがたし。てて
覚えたわよ。と
裁きの
It'll
雷。
be cooler if there's a faster way to collect those hydro things.
やっ
But besides running around in circles, I kind of detracts from my damage if I ever run around to collect those things.
かかれ。どの目が出るか。股間奥義。これこそが知恵の伝道。
稲光。
Oh, I forgot to use my buff.
やっはっはっ
はびこりなさい。知識はあなたに
I forgot to use my buff.
痛がったね。かかれ。はっ。終わりで。撤収。
さゆるか。この剣はわ
痛くしちゃうかも。
無我の境地。見切りました。やっはっせいはっやっ
これこそが知恵の伝道。どの目が出るか。痛がったね。捕まえた。
雨描きがたし。稲光。すなわち永遠なり。て
私のお家にいらっしゃい。終わりで。 撤収痛がっちゃいないストップ
下流ルトン九死の死無我の境地
はびこりなさいふっはっはっひょ痛くしちゃうかもふっはっ
I was like, Nahida, when's your ult coming back?
到達点捕まえた
裁きの稲光すなわち永遠なりストップストップ
覚えたわよこれこそが知恵の伝道どの目が出るか痛がっていない書かないやっよっ
下流ルトン無我の境地見切りました
30 seconds is not a lot of time to finish these guys off.
お家にいらっしゃいと終わるね撤収捕まえた
この剣はわかるかい動くかいたよにとなれ
はびこりなさい
逃げ道はありませんふっひゅっふっふっふっふっ
Let's see. If I had more damage, would that have worked out? Alright, well let me collect the other ones so they don't... I think I'm full. Yeah, let me spend some
不器用な
refinement ore. There, I should be good for a while now.
千年も変わらないという人の世とはこうも白露と泡のように儚い
Fire. Maybe I could do it without Bennett. Hyper Bloom. Dude, they say their defense decreased by 75%, but they are still very, very strong.
この美しい風景もそばに誰もいない以上
So I need someone to make cores. How about
ご
this?
安心を私たちなら勝てます
Does this team have any? Do you think they have potential? Let me farm up Shangling's thing. Easy mode.
ソーランの一個料理の時間だふふそれふっ
Okay. Farmed up. So what I'll do is I will do it without any buff, and if I get really close without any buff and fail, then I'll use a buff. Because if I get close without any buff, that means all I need is that extra little push with the food buff and I'll get through.
裁きの雷
ご助力をこれこそが知恵の伝話が通じないなら
ここより弱滅の時かせへそこはっ
知識をあなたにもはっご安心
稲光すなわち永遠なり逃げ道はありません。さっはっせっはっせっ
手をつなぎましょう。私のお家にいらっご助力を。クオパ気をつけ。
無我の境地。ふっさっはっせっふっぎゃっ
知識をあなたにもご安心を。助けて。話が通じないなら
ここより弱滅の時裁きの雷はっせっぎゃっ
これこそが知恵の伝道。痛いよ。
逃げ道はありません。
ソーランの憩い。はっへい。
はっ
料理の時間だよ。師匠の技。はびこりなさい。私のお家にいらっしゃい。
無我の境地さっ見切りました。せっさっせっ
ご助力を。これこそが知恵の伝道。クオパ気をつけ。
裁きの雷はっ
話が通じないなら
稲光すなわち永遠なりふっはっせっ
Just kidding, didn't even need any buffs. So that's what it took. A little mixture of different elements, you know. So I think what happened was because Kokomi's jellyfish might have been, I don't know if that's just how it works, but with Nahida and Kokomi, like the jellyfish just created more blooms and just allowed for more damage and whatnot, and then Shangling's pyro tornado or pop in the blooms and making the Burgian effect. And then they say, like, I mean, whatever pops the bloom, right, will cause the enemy to have a defense reduction. And then with Raiden's burst, it also has all the other reactions related to Electro and Dendro, and then just do a whopping amount of damage. So I was able to get, I was able to get 4 stars on everything. The last one I did, I think, it was just the last one I used some food buff just to get me there, that little extra mile. This one I didn't, but the others I didn't really have to use food buff. This one I thought I might have had to use it, but luckily my team was able to push through. It all just kind of depends on the team, really. It all depends, because who would have thought, like, I mean, I was trying different team comps. It's definitely, you don't want to stick to a certain comp and get fixated on that team. You just gotta mix match. It also depends on whether you have that variety of characters. Sometimes I don't know, maybe it's possible to do it with any old team comp, but I would say that to have variety, and so for newcomers, is definitely not going to be easy to do this. Well, for newcomers, for that matter, I don't think you'll be able to do steadfast, because steadfast difficulty is most likely for max level people, max world level, maybe like highly invested characters. So these characters, I mean, these characters aren't like crazy strong. Like, I don't have a lot of 5-star weapons. If you look at my team, like, they just have the normal 4-star. These are 4-star weapons that they are holding. All 4 stars, nothing special. Artifacts, I mean, artifacts is RNG. It's up to your luck whether your artifacts come along. No constellations for my 5 stars, right? No constellations. Of course, my 4 stars will most likely be like high up there in the constellations. My Xiangling's C6, you know, but a lot of my 5 stars, they're not gonna be amazing. Their talent level is also important. Get your talent levels up. You don't have to get them all up. There's if you really like characters, then yeah, sure, you could triple crown them. But most of the time, the character has two particular it's either going to be their normal attack or their skill or their burst, and then sometimes they don't have all three. That is like vital for them to do what they need to do, so you just gotta know which ones. Not a lot of characters have the need for normal attack. There are characters that are basically normal attack damage. I mean, most of their damage is from normal attack, so you want to focus on that. But like Nahida, you're not expected to like normal attack with Nahida. She's kind of a support, so throw her skills, throw her bursts, and you're good. A lot of characters are like that. There are a few, but most characters, skill and bursts is what you focus on. I never noticed that there's a violin playing, or not violin. There's a string instrument playing in the background. Very interesting. Yeah. So next week I'll probably do this event. I don't think it's gonna be quick, most likely quick, free, easy primo gems. From a quick glimpse, it's gonna be just going around Fontaine and taking pictures of the creatures, or all the creatures and features of Fontaine. And yeah, I know, let me see. So Spiral Abyss is due soon. It expires tomorrow. Should I do a little quick Spiral Abyss on stream? I'm not that good, but you know, I guess I'll do a quick Spiral Abyss. I think it should take less than 30 minutes, hopefully. I don't get 36 stars anymore. I'm not that good anymore, or to begin with. They changed up the floors, so I can't just use what I used last time. Like, they've been only changing floor 12, but and then 9, 10, 11 has been consistent. But of course they changed it up. I think because it's Fontaine, so they added some Fontaine characters down here. So I don't need to really worry too much about this. This part should be pretty easy. 9 to 11 should be pretty simple for me, just because of their level difference. It's just a matter of how I want to build it. So looking like having some cryo up top and hydro down bottom is the way to go. We have a Fatui Pyro Agent, and then we have Pyro Slimes. Nothing of importance, like elemental wise specifically, on the bottom. These guys, you don't need a specific element to take them down, but I'm just saying, like, especially for things that have shields, you want to consider bringing characters that can break those shields. Up top we have we can see that there's a bit of a hydro focus, but Mirror Maiden, nothing really too crazy. So for here you have some hydro and some cryo, so you might want to bring some characters to break that. So down at the bottom, if I recall, is going to be hydro focus. So we'll bring some hydro. hydro focus. The bottom, I could have it be pyro focus. I mean, the top, I could have it be pyro focused. And maybe bring along a Raiden just for extra damage. Yeah, I'll do that. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. The first at least the first two, floor 9 and 10, should not be too big of a deal. Oh, they're spread out though. I don't really like it when they're spread out.
いざせいそこよっはっほれ
無我の境地
It's like I'm jumping from one end to another. Not really my favorite thing to do. Time-wise is
ご安心を
really detrimental, but
逃げよう
like
な
I
んて
said,
思わないでよね
it's not much of a issue in the lower floors. But if they're staging enemies far apart in like floor 12, it's gonna be a pain in the butt for me. Okay, let's go.
みんながそばに風の行く先を風の雲の
料理の時間だよ
見切りましたここより
The enemies are spread out into 3 different corners.
風の赴くままに
ご助力を
Oh shoot, there's one right behind me. Well, that kind of ruined my bursts.
終わりね撤収かかれ捕まえたやっやっほっはっ一緒に遊ぼうよ逃げようなんて思わないでよね全部丸見えねかかれせい糸よ光沢せご安心をやっへい
Ruins my bursts when they pop up behind me.
全力攻撃だ風の行く先を
話が通じないなら
風の赴くままにはっもみちが散らまく
はっせふんふんはっ稲光すなわち永遠なり
Oh heck no, she completely avoided my ult.
みんなは俺が
師匠の技を食らいなさい
風よはっやっはっそれ
裁きの雷
Okay, let's position myself.
手をつなぎましょう
It's all about positioning when it comes to
終わ
Venti.
りね撤収痛がっちゃいない
Oh, there's only 3 of them. Alright, let's see who we got. For mechas, I don't think any particular element matters. Okay, for top, I'm probably gonna bring Venti. Just because of those specters. And then, of course, Venti would work best for this upper half versus this bottom half with the Vishaps. Yeah. But who do I bring up top? We got a Stone, which is Geo, and we have Cryo. Venti, Venti, Venti. We bring along Cryo. Maybe bring some Electro. Bottom, I'll probably bring the Shangling Bennett mix. And also Kazuha with a splash of who do I want to splash in there? We have Rune Grader. Not too worried about Rune Grader. If I want to bring a DPS, I guess I could bring Ayaka. A splash of Ayaka right there. We could bring Raiden up top. And we could throw in... We could throw in Yelan, or we could throw in whatever. It doesn't really matter. What if I throw in Albedo, just to change it up? Showcase some of the...
ソーランド行こい。お？逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
逃げ道はありません。無我の境地。ふっやっはっ。てそこ。
ふう。ふったはあ。
全力攻撃。風を知れ。
話が通じないなら雪を前。
Three enemies? You guys are too kind, too kind.
ご安心を。風だ。
見切りました。はっ。ふっふっせっせっ。
ここだよ。
Oh, Venti, your ult.
逃
There
げ
you
よ
go.
うなんて思わないでよね。
Back in business.
ふう。
Let's farm some energy for your ult.
よし、出発だ。風の赴くままに。
Pop this.
風の行く先を。くらえ。みんなは俺が守る。
スオパー火を吹け。はっやっ。
それ。はっ。
踊りなさい。
The only thing that sucks is that they're kind of...
熱々でしょ。
I just don't want to use any bursts right now. I have the time. So I'm gonna take my time with
風を
them.
知れ。
Get full energy. Full energy going into the next last chamber. The next and the last. Oh, I was hoping Venti's ult would be ready, but it's nowhere near ready.
逃げ道はありません。
風だ。ご助力を。
今こそ誕生の時。
Two Rune Graders? They did not put... Who would have thought?
桜吹雪。雪を前。それ。
Who would have thought 2 rune graders? We have, I just hope, I will look through the next chambers, but I just hope they don't make it like, oh, it's pyro focus on the first half of chamber 1, and all of a sudden they switch it to like another element, so then it really throws a wrench into your plan. Because right now I'm gonna stack up on Hydro for top team, right? Stack up on Hydro, and then stack up on Pyro. Hydro Pyro. Does Hydro Pyro work like that? Still kind of works. Pyro works fine with this. Hydro against Electro, not quite. Maybe you gotta bring some. You gotta bring some Cryo, but then Pyros. Strictly Pyro on the bottom is fine. Strictly Pyro. Oh, Pyro. Yeah, Pyro down bottom is fine too. Up top. Definitely gonna, you might want to mix in some Cryo and Hydro. Which one is this? Isn't this like the boss? Like the boss Primo? Geovishap? That's like the boss, right? I'm just bringing Kazuha just because of the smaller enemies that I want to get brought in together. Primo Bishop. Who should I bring? Up top is gonna be, I have to bring some, I gotta bring some some Hydro. So right off the bat, this is gonna be for sure up top. And then maybe bring some Cryo. So we can mix it up like that. Like where Ayaka will kind of shine probably chamber 1 and 2, and then we'll probably have Raiden shine in chamber 3. Second half though, I gotta figure out who would be, I mean just the current 3 right now, I think they'll handle chambers 1 and 2 fine. Chamber 3 for Primo Geovishap. I want to find out who I want to use for that. I could do this. I won't be breaking his shield. I don't think I will be able to. Because usually you need like a Claymore or a Geo person to break the shield. Some of that. Throw some of that. Get off the turret, you darn pesky enemies. There's so many of them, and they're all focusing on the freaking monolith. Like the annoying enemies that they are. They chunk down 18%. Gosh. Such annoying group of people. I just gotta distract them. I offer myself as bait. offer myself as bait, so do not attack the monolith, please. Come on in, guys. Please get sucked in.
元に気をつけて。踊りなさい。ここ
The
だよ。
power of the vacuum. Oh
逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
Oh wow. Great. Now they are completely on opposite ends.
桜吹雪。失策です。雪を前。ご助力を。
Should I save my ult?
逃げ道はあります。
I guess I will. It's a big risk, wasting time to save ults. How many are y'all?
全力攻撃だ。風を知れ。
どの目が出るかしら。師匠の技を食らいなさい。
風の赴くままに。はっ。雲が借りなく時。
熱々でしょ。
みんながそばにいてく。
終わりで撤収。捕まえた。話が通じないならただくまででしょう。料理の時間だよ。
くらえ。
いただきます。
はっ。全力攻撃。お道が散らまく押し。
かかれ。ほっ。ダメ。いい度胸ね。どの目が出るかしら。
Oh my goodness, I used my ult right when they both died, and I'm very low health. Yelan, please stay alive.
風だ。
見切りました。
ここだよ。神里流。
Eat that.
ここより弱滅の時。ヒュッ。
足元に気をつけて。逃げようなんて思わないでよね。
逃げ道はあります。
雪を前。
Sure, of course you're gonna do that.
手強いですね。ここだよ。風だ。
Pop your ult, boy.
稲光、すなわち永遠なり。はっ。
Oh my goodness, my ult missed. I hate it when my ults miss. Alright, this is gonna be a little dangerous.
熱々でしょ。
みんながそばに。雲が借りなく。
終わりで撤収。捕まえた。痛がっちゃいないわ。料理の時間だよ。
マイル。はっ。燃えろ。全力攻撃。はっ。ふっ。うわっ。風の雲の。
師匠の技を食らいなさい。
Screw your shield.
いい度胸ね。
I don't got no shields.
かかれ。
This is where the real challenge begins. I don't look forward to the. Oh my goodness, many. They already throwing many bosses in here. We got 3 bosses. Each each chamber has a boss, whether they're on the top or the bottom. 2 bosses up top, and then 1 boss on the bottom. Yeah, that's gonna be a little hard. It's gonna be a little difficult. Hold on, let me be right back. Alright, let's see what team I should use. Hopefully I don't fail too miserably. Let me think about this. Let's see. My first, let me think. I have a certain team that I use to take down Coplius, or is it Coppelius? Coppelius? I don't know. I usually bring Bennett, Shangling, Raiden, and I also bring Yelan for that team. Whether they will work out for bottom, I guess we'll see. So this is my team that I'm thinking. I'm kind of fixated on the... Unfortunately, I'm kind of fixated on that. Up top, Emperor Fire and Iron, so definitely want to bring some Hydro DPS. The last stage, I don't think it's anything particularly special, but you do need some Hydro to break down these 2 people. I think this one, Floral Ring Dancer, I think that's a Dendro one. And then Magu Kenki. Magu Kenki, it's nothing. If it's just himself without his other, like how they done it in the past, like if he doesn't have his Wind and Cryo clones out at the same time, then it's just a matter of bringing some good damage, some reactions. I don't think he has a particular weakness. You gotta, I mean, he's Wind and Cryo, so there's that. But I don't think it'll hurt you to bring Cryo as well. Especially I'm gonna be loading up on a lot of Hydro for this battle. I'll have at least 2 Hydro characters. Magu Kenki. I could bring Ayaka as DPS. Do I want an animal character? I don't think I need an animal character, so I'm not gonna bring an animal character. For additional damage, Or should I bring Kazuha just for that additional elemental damage? Or do I want to go with safety and bring a shielder? If I bring a shielder, I don't actually need to bring Kokomi. But I don't have another Hydro. I don't have another character that could be useful in that sense. I mean, yeah, that's built for that matter. I mean, I have Ayato right here, but yeah, these are folks that I'm not quite building. Although they're really good characters, I just chose not to build them. Magu Kenki. Do you think Yae Miko you think she has a part in all this? Well, let's try it out. I know I'm not getting 36 stars, so I'm not tripping about that. I do hope to get, like, instead of getting 9, I hope to get 6. At least it's not that embarrassing to get, like, 6 stars. It's really embarrassing if I only get 3 stars, and really embarrassing to get 0 stars. At that point, why am I even doing it, right? Shoot for 9, I'll settle with 6.
ソーランド行こいやっ
チョック十言チョック股間奥義桜吹雪振動の権限十言律令肩チャップ踊りなさい十言チョック律令
やっ雪よ前十言チョック律令ご安心を深海のカゴはっふっやっはっと手強いですねはっ
チョック十言
踊りなさいやっはっソーランド行こ
雨描きがたし
Please don't move, please don't move, please don't move. Oh, bastard moved.
失礼姿を残すチョック律
I hate it when he moves around so much.
雪よ前ご安心
It's
を
like,
やっ
dude, stop moving your silly butt. Stop, just, I could have killed him in like a minute if he didn't move around so much. But no,
みんなは俺が守
he
る
has to move
通じない
around.
なら
糸よ工作せよここより弱滅の時見切りましたせそこせよっせ
冒険だ冒険
I don't like these.
俺は不出来な団長だな
I don't like these guys. They're not close together. Actually, I should have just retried instead of like leaving. Because I'll try it again. What I'll do is I will
ソーランド
stay
行こ
further away and see if they'll come to me.
律令桜吹雪踊りなさい有限なる来会十言
Or if that doesn't work out, I might bring a shielder.
う行きましょう雪よ前
左右ルコ十言チョック律令
踊りなさいやっ ご助力を。
具現化せい。姿を残さん。チョック。
失礼。
雨描きがたし歌よにした
せいふっはっ上里流透明
や
ソーランの憩いふっやへいはっはっほっ雪を前
具現化せい。姿を残さん。
Alright. I hate these guys. Are they not gonna get closer? They don't move,
みんな
huh?
がそばにい
師匠の技を食らいなさい。
無我の境地。
That wasted a lot of time.
悪を切らぬ。
くらえ
And I hate their water move.
捕まえた。
よし出発だみんなは俺が守れ
逃げ道はありません。
ウオパー火を伏せ。話が通じないなら叩くまででしょ。
稲光。すなわち永遠なり。やっふっふんはっへっさっ。
燃えろみんながそばにいてくれるわ
終わりね。撤収痛がっちゃいない。かかれ。
見切りました。
師匠の技を食らいなさい。
ここより弱滅の時。
Holy moly, how am I getting so much damage?
みんなは俺が守
どの目が出るか
逃げ道はありません。ふっはっやっふっぐはっへっふん無我の境地。はっ
せ
痛がっちゃいない。かかれ。やっ
くらえ全力攻撃だ
裁きの雷。とふんやっ
痛がっちゃいない。終わりね。料理の時間だよ。
I ain't getting 9 stars, that's for sure. Didn't do very well. I probably could do better, but I did waste some time seeing if those hydro thingies would chase me, and it turns out they will not chase me. Oh wow, start off with a punch? That's a little...
雨描きがたし。
Gosh, dang man, chill, chill.
股間奥義。具現化せよ。呪言。は振動の権限。チョック。律令。チョック。
ご助力を。
この件はわかるかい。
失礼。桜吹雪。
Take this chill pill.
歌よに。律令。呪言。
ご安心を。ご助力を。
雨描きがたし。
踊りなさい。
律令。呪言。チョック。
やっはっ失礼。ソーランの憩い。雪を前。
姿を残さ呪言。律。
海のちぎりよ。せいやっはっへいはっご助力を。はっ
Xingqiu's energy regen needs improvement because it took him so long. So long.
捕まえた。
みんな ながそばにいる。
師匠の技を食らいなさい。かかれとほっせといいとよ工作せ
稲光すなわち永遠なりはっさっせはっせやっはっ
燃えろ全力攻撃。
捕まえた。話が通じないならた
せっ
くらえね
熱々でしょ。
Oh, the scary ones.
みんなは俺が守る。
はあそれ終わりで撤収ほっかかれ。料理の時間だよ。
無我の境地逃げ道はありません。やっさっふっはっはっ
どの目が出るかしら。
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。キス
裁きの雷せっさっせっそこはっち愚かここより弱滅の時やってふっそっ逃げ道はありません。はっ
くらえ
ルオパー捕まえた。かかれ
燃えろ。
Okay, last chamber. Okay.
あなたも一緒に
ソーランの憩い。
この件はわかるかい。失礼。呪言チョック神たりよ。
やっ
呪言チョック
歌よ錦となれ。雨描きがたし。
呪言チョック呪言有限なるライト律令チョック
はっ深海のカゴ。やっほっほっせいやっはっはっ
具現化せよ律令呪言
動くべきだ。この件はわかるかい。ありうるか。
I'm coming for you.
ご安心を。桜吹雪
律令チョックはっ
雪を前あれくらい
Why
な
is
さ
there
い。
3 of them? Oh. I guess someone drops like a turret or something.
股間奥義
I guess it's you that dropped that weird turret.
踊りなさい。
Whether I should pay any attention to it, I don't know. Okay, it's the last boss. Let's go.
見切りました。
熱
You
々で
guys
しょ。
ready? You guys ready for me?
師匠の技を食らいなさい。
いいとよ工作せよ無我の境地裁きの雷ふんそこはっ邪魔者の粛清を無臭
No, I should be more careful. This is definitely not like the open
みんなは俺が守る。
world boss.
料理の時間だよ。痛がってい
I
る。
gotta be
捕
careful
まえた。どの目が出るかしら。
because you know I actually never paid attention to the mechs in the open world. So that's why I'm very ill prepared for this battle.
師匠の技を食らいなさい。終わりで
But although I am very ill
料
prepared,
理の時間だよ。
I still think I can beat him.
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。傷なんて痛まない。
I beat him with 3 stars? What? I didn't even have Raiden. Alright, whatever. I didn't do very well in chambers 1 and 2, so it's not like I got 30. I didn't get the 9 stars. I got 7 stars. I don't care. mean, I wasn't far off, technically. I could give it another shot and try to get 36 stars, you know, fine-tune my team a little more. Like, for example, if I cater my team specifically for certain chambers, then yeah. For example, in this chamber, I think Yae Miko didn't have much. Like, what I could do is I could take away Yelan, because Yelan was there for. Yelan was just up in bottom, just because of, like, she actually didn't really have too much purpose there. But for Fire Emperor, I could just stack it up with my Hydro damage and support, and then they can definitely take out the Emperor way faster. Also, if I threw in Raiden on top, definitely would be another story. But then it comes to the issue of, like, okay, well, what do I do about bottom? How do I clear the bottom just as fast? And I am thinking that down here I could probably use a Bennett, Shangling, Kazuha. Let's just set up a team. I have time, so might as well just think about it. Right, for bottom, I think I know what I want for top. Oop, for top. Top. I think this will work fine for top. I think Emperor, Fire and Iron. I think. I actually don't see. The thing is, I haven't fought these too much, so I don't really know what element they are or what element's good against them. It could be a situation that there isn't any particular element that's good against them. Let's try. I don't know, man.
難攻不落
歌よに糸よ光沢せよここより弱滅の時逃げ道はありません雨描きがたしかかれ捕まえた股間奥義終わりね撤収
岩山八九
そこ見切りました稲光すなわち永遠なり
難攻
この剣はわかるかい裁きの雷ここより弱滅の時
全力攻撃風を知れ雲仮
熱々でしょはい雪を舞え神里流透滅
風の行く先をやっといざ燃えろねもみちが散らまく惜しみ みんながそばに。
決断しなければ。師匠の技を食らいなさい。
風を知れ。
失礼。
はっよっ。くらえ。
熱々でしょ。
やい。全力攻撃。風の歌、雲の行くごと。風の赴くままに。
はっローパーヒロ。話が通じなら。
燃えろ。風よ。はっ
雪を舞う。
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。はっせいそはっ。もみちが散らまく惜しみ。風よ。はっせい。はっ
失礼。
またかわせなく。参る。そうくらえ。へえ。全力攻撃。
熱々でしょ。
やはっそれ。燃えろ。
神里流透滅。それ。
Got 3 stars there, so that's 1 chamber done. So I can definitely do chamber 1. 3 stars. I can definitely do better in chamber 2 if I have everyone's alt as well.
恐るるに足らず。
Oh, you like to play like that, huh, little boy?
光沢せよ。痛がっちゃいない。かから。
雨描きがたし。
よっ。やってそこさっ
歌よに
どの目が出るか
天理チョーク。
稲光すなわち永遠なり。
やっはっそっさっやっせっそっ
この剣はわかるかい。
捕まえたかから
難攻不落。
カリウル。
終わりね。
天道万象。
逃げ道はありません。ここより弱滅の時。
Okay, I give my bottom team a little less than 2 minutes to deal with this team.
あなたの訪れは神滝が
風の行く先を。へっ燃えろ。風の歌、雲。みんなは俺が守る。
話が通じないなら踊りなさい。やっ
Get off of me.
風の赴くままに。はっよっやっ
失礼。やっ
ほれ。
ルオパ
へえ。風よ。はっ風の行く先を。全力攻撃。
Come on, pop them all, pop them
師匠
all.
の技を食らいなさい。取った。雪を舞え。
風を知れ。そうくらえ。はっ行こう。やっ燃えろ。はっくらえ。はっみんなは俺が守れ。
それはっやっ話が通じないならただ失礼。よっすっ
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Should I try it again? Should I try with this team to go all the way? Let's try it. If this team could go all the way, then I don't have to like do 2 different attempts in the future.
あなたも一緒に踊りたいの。一緒に踊りましょう。
捕まえた。
剣女盤石。
裁きの雷。
かかれ。どの目が出るか
セッチは軽快に。
難攻不落。
この剣はわかるかい。五感奥義。
と痛がっちゃいないよ。よっ
稲光すなわち永遠なり。
さっ
はっやっはっひゅっふんさっ糸よ工作せよ捕まえたせサイウルコ痛がってね
天理チョーク
無我の境地はっ見切りました捕まえたどの目が出るかねかかれ
剣女盤石
はっはい股間奥義
天道ここにあり
裁きの雷そこここより弱滅の時はっさっやっ見切りました捕まえた痛がっちゃいない終わりねサリウル
Click, 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 click.
さっさっ
は天道万象
Spam everything that I
逃げ道はありません
can.
はっはっ稲光すなわち永遠な
Oh my goodness, I'm giving my second team only like a minute to finish this.
はっそれはっへっ
料理の時間だよ
くらえはっふっふっみんながそばにいて風の雲の
ねえウオパーいや痛いよは
神里流消滅踊りなさい
燃えろ前せいふっ
熱々でしょ
せいはっみんなは俺が守れ風の赴くままに
雪を前まだやり残したことが
足りなくくらえ
料理の時間だよ
せいみんながそばにいてくれるわ傷なんて痛
Heal
まない
up, Bennett.
くらえ
話が通じないなら
風よ
Yeah, I don't.
せいふっ
This team is not quite there with the damage.
前はっそこだお道が散らま全力攻撃だ風よはっ
熱々でしょ
はっふっと
They can do it, but
燃えろ
I don't know.
へい
I was just surprised I was able to get like
風よ
3 stars on my
雲が
first go around. I'm not too far off, 20 seconds. I think I could have saved up on time up top. Up top took really long, honestly. But yeah. I don't know, I was just surprised I did the first time around get 3 stars. But either way, that's 3 stars and everything, so I guess I did 36 it. It's been a while since I 36 it. Here, let me show you. It's been a real long time since I 36 starred. Back in March. That's almost half a year ago. There were times that I was very close. As you can see, I had a few 35 runs. I think what happened was this was when they introduced the Wii Nut. Yeah, and then from there on, it kind of just wasn't as easy to achieve, so I didn't really care for the 50 Primo Gems. I had a good run in the beginning with the 36, and sometimes it just depends on what they throw in there. I mean, I'm not saying my teams can't do it. It's just I don't really care to do it. I mean, I do have characters. If given at certain times, if I had built them up, it would have worked out better. Like, I'm pretty sure if I mean, from what I've heard, Al-Haytham is one of the best Dendro damage DPS. So I didn't build up Al-Haytham, so yeah. So I'm kind of This is my team rotation right here. These level 90s. These are the ones that I'm rotating in and out of Abyss. And not a lot of them are like big hard hitters. If you look at them, they're kind of very support-like. I have a very support-like team. Kokomi, support. Shangling is kind of a support build. Raiden is kind of also DPS, yet also kind of like support. But yeah, she's kind of like she's the few DPS of this category, of this set of characters I have. Nahida support, Albedo support, Zhongli support, Kazuha support, Venti support. Ganyu is supposed to be DPS, but Ganyu, there hasn't been many instances where her skill set is kind of being needed in Spyro. Ayaka, DPS, Yaimiko support, Traveler's just here, not really built. Yelan support. Hu Tao is supposed to be DPS, but Hu Tao at C0 isn't as good just because of her charge attack. If she was C1, her charge attack wouldn't cost stamina, but because she's C0, like I can't really utilize her that well. My Klee is not very well built, but Klee's supposed to be a DPS, I believe. Bennett support, yeah, and that's about it. Bennett support, Xingqiu support. Kaya is also going to be support. Supports DPS, but I don't bring Yanfei. I don't bring Yanfei into Abyss, honestly. Oh yeah, what's up with Xingqiu? He freaking has Emblem of Severed Fate, but his ER is just completely like terrible. Let me see. 186. I mean, 186 isn't terrible, but I guess his stuff costs a lot. Yeah, because Bennett's energy recharge is low, but I think because his I think his ult doesn't cost too much. 60, that's why. Xingqiu's ult is 80. I mean, it's only 20 more energy. He has an energy recharge sword too. Like, what's going on, sir? Like, he got some decent artifacts. Maybe I could get a attack Sans with ER. Well, because then the crit damage and crit rate is kind of weak. So if he had something like this one, maybe I should give him the one that the Traveler has equipped. Why the heck do I have? Yeah, maybe his ER should be way better now. So yeah, it should be better. He'll be better next time. I don't have to be like waiting for him, like waiting tremendously long for his burst to come up. Alright. Let's see. Let me go check on my teapot really quick. See that I buy some goods. Oops, not correct. Buy. Oh, let's buy this transient resin. Don't want to forget to buy that. And I do have quite a bit of realm currency to spend, but I'm waiting for furnishings. When furnishings come out, you know they're gonna add a lot of blueprints, and it's gonna cost an arm and a leg just to collect all the blueprints. So I'm ready. I'm ready to buy out all the blueprints. I should collect seeds, huh? So it shows. So it doesn't show so I could purchase it. So it does not show that I need to purchase it if I bring my little seed dispenser and pick up all these items. That'll be whatever. Next time when I'm roaming around, I should probably have like the seed dispenser in one of my fields. Let's get back to Mondstadt. Situate my characters there for the daily reset, because that's where I do my dailies. Collect some flies really quick. Collect some crystal flies. Got them all. But yeah, that's it for Genshin today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my struggles. My struggles. We did the event, the verdict of Blades. We did the verdict of Blades. It did take some time, but we did it. And then we did Abyss and got 36 stars in half a year. I finally got my 36 stars back. Finally. And it's gonna reset in a day, so I gotta do this again in a day or two. We'll see if we get it again. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, we will see. I won't be streaming that attempt, but I was like, yeah, since I already streaming the combat event, might as well do the Abyss and show how poorly I do in the Abyss. But I'm calling a stream here, at least for Genshin. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoy. See you later. Bye.
お茶を入れた